Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Learn with Nilo. So in today's video we'll be talking about a very important topic in Python, which is about object-oriented programming, or in simple terms we call it OOP. So basically first we have to know what is OOP, or what is object-oriented programming. Basically, object-oriented programming is a programming paradigm or a sample that simply structures code around the concept of objects. So these objects represent the real-world entities and consist of data such as attributes and the operations that we call it in simple terms methods or functions that can be performed on the data. So these are the definition or the basic concepts about object-oriented programming that you might have studied in Java or in any other languages before, but the key aspects of this includes encapsulation that we'll be doing in the next videos, inheritance, and then we've got polymorphism. So these are the key aspects of object-oriented programming. So first things first, let's know what is object, what is class, and what are the relationships between these two words or these two aspects. So let's get started. An object is an instance of a class, and it is a concrete entity created based on the structure and definitions provided by a class. On the other hand, a class is a blueprint or simply a template for creating objects. It means without class you won't be able to create objects. It means it just simply transforms object in the form of it just gives place to the object, and it is just a template so that objects can be created there. So in other words, we can say that the class defines the attributes or the data members and methods that we call them functions that will be associated with objects. So now let's go practically towards this one. Let's define a class. So this is the syntax for defining the class itself. Then we give a name for this class. Suppose I give this the name car here, and then don't forget the colon here. It takes a colon here. Then we are going to define a function here. So we are using the def keyword, and then we've got, suppose, a name is start engine. This is the name of the function here, and then here by default it has the self parameter or argument that later on we'll be talking about this, that what is self and why do we use this in next videos. And then we are just simply going to print. What are we supposed to print? Engine started. As simple as this. And then now this is our class. Inside class we have used the function start engine, and there is an argument passed to that is self, and then we have printed a statement called engine started. And then here comes our object. An object is instance of a class which represents a specific entity. It encapsulates data and behaviors defined by the class. An object can be a student, an object can be a car, an object can be anything. So that's up to you how you just make examples for it. So now I'm about to make the object of this. So let's go, for example, I give this my car equals to then the name of the class. This is how we make objects here. So this is the practical example of this, and now let's see if the output shows anything for us. It does not show anything just because if we have not called or we have not practically given a proper example for this. So now let's go for a proper example for this one. The very first thing I need to do is define an init class or initial class. In the next video I'll be talking about this one. And then we've got the parameters, or you better call it arguments, whatever you call it, make and model, these three. And then what are we supposed to do next is this init class is simply just like a constructor, and then we go for self dot make accessing the arguments equals to make, and then self dot model equals to model. This is how we do it. And then the next is the same as it is, and let's go for a proper print statement here. If, then we've got self.make, and then we've got this one, self.model, and then here's this one, engine started, and let's go for this. So this is the sentence for us, and now we are going to make the instance of the car class. So how are we supposed to make the instance? We can just simply modify this one. So make equals to accessing the parameter. From there I'll just give a name like Toyota, and we'll go towards the model of this one. Model equals to, suppose, any name, Camry, any name, any model you would like to give. So now let's just access this object. How are we supposed to access this one? Give the name of the object dot start engine, accessing the method here, start engine, and then let's just check the output and see what the output shows for us. Yes, it shows that Toyota Camry's engine is started. So that's up to you. You can also modify this one. You can give any other name, any other model. So that's how you make classes in Python, and you can access objects in Python. So that's it for today's video. I'll be seeing you guys in my next videos. Until then, happy coding everyone.